Well, hiya folks. Now here's the problem. I've started and stopped this video several times, and I'll tell you why. Because I start talking about the Jeff Hardy situation, which there's really very little else to say, except for what is going on in my head. And I always stop because I feel like it makes me sound overly moralistic and overly preachy. And I'm no moralist or ethicist. Quite. So pardon me if my thoughts are strong. But let me say this. Let's just think with me here for a moment. Let's think. So Jeff Hardy, back when he was, you know, doing the CM Punk thing, CM Punk confronted Hardy with his mistakes. The mistakes you've made. You've screwed up. You've let yourself down and gotten in trouble. And so Jeff Hardy stands in the middle of the ring and says, yeah, I screwed up. I made mistakes. I'm not perfect. And everybody goes, yay! Hooray! Jeff Hardy, you're an imperfect hero. You're a man of the people. Alright. Teddy Long gets in the ring and says, players, he says, I screwed up. I messed up. I made a horrible mistake. I was thinking of my family. I need to make money to support my family. Teddy Long's twin brother, Gary Coleman, has no money. He needs Teddy to get a paycheck. So Teddy says, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I apologize for my mistake. He gets booed. Boo! You suck! They yell at him. That's not quite fair, is it? When we think about things, just think about that. I'm not going to say any more because, again, I don't want to sound like a preacher. I'm by no means Jerry Falwell. By no means. He passed away, didn't he? Jerry Falwell. I'll need to send a letter of condolence to the Falwell family. So anyway, hey, guess what? Chris has come back, kind of. I noticed, speaking of Jeff Hardy, I logged on to YouTube in the over the weekend. I saw that my beautiful John Morrison as IC champ background wiped away. In its place, the Jeff Hardy mugshot. And I thought, some jerk has hacked into our account. Why would they do this? And then I read the little part of the little part. It would be like up here on the page, right? The YouTube channel page. The words here, it was Chris. Opinions by Chris. He was talking about his own thoughts on the Jeff Hardy thing. That has since been taken down and been replaced, background and all, with Batista and Batista's thoughts. So, apparently that's going to be his way of communicating with us for the time being. I still have not personally heard from him. I got an email just the other day from Willow, of all people. It said, meow, 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 review guys, meow. I don't know what that means. I'll have to get this translated. I know some people who might be able to. My brother's a cop. You know, they've got... but yeah, so read Chris's thoughts and then comment on our little, is it a comment box on the page? Write a comment to what he says. That'll be our way of bringing him back aboard if he so chooses to do so. I think it was the care package. I think it was a little bit your thoughts. I think it had a lot to do with the framed picture of Randy Orton's thighs. I think that's why. He said, somebody must really love me if they... But I think with Batista, it's not that big a deal, his coming back. Chris's thoughts were pretty gloom and doom. But I think Batista kind of takes the place of Hardy in terms of one, you know, good guy taking another good guy's place. One comes in, or one goes out, another comes in. I'm really not thrilled with what Batista does in the ring. That's one of the funny things. He's really the only wrestler, to me, that I am really, top guys, that I'm really disappointed with when it comes to his in-ring work. However, the charisma and the aura, maybe, what he puts off, what he exudes, that good guy hero quality, I like that a lot, but I just don't think he's very good as a wrestler, and I'm sure many of you agree. Hey, let's talk for a second about Lillian Garcia. I'm just kind of checking off my list of things to talk about. So she's leaving. This coming week is her last week as ring announcer with the company, as far as what I understand, what I read. So here's my thought. She's been making a lot of mistakes lately. Have you noticed that? A lot of mistakes. Including the most recent one when she said it would be a triple threat Divas match. Is that on Raw? A lot of mistakes. So I'm thinking that these have all been like subtly thrown in there, sprinkled in there, so that they can all be brought back to us and shown up on the Titantron as what a screw-up she is, so that Vince can tell her that she's fired! Thank you. Sometimes the fire doesn't come out quite right, but I think that was a fire. Yeah. We'll work on it. Well, let's together work on the fire on your own time. I'm running out of. Oh, I thought my computer went haywire. I'm running out of time, so I won't work on it anymore. ECW has been boring me lately. I'm afraid. They're just missing the pizzazz, and I don't know where it went. I mean, obviously, when Bourne left, and when Swagger left, and all of those types. I think Christian is a good champion, but I think it's. I think there's only so far one can go as the ECW champion, and I think he's gone there. So I'm kind of ready for him to go to SmackDown. I don't know how it's going to work. Somebody has pointed out, who was it? Or maybe they didn't. That I was thinking, maybe it was Spinnernet, that it will be super face heavy if we get if Christian as a good guy goes to SmackDown, and now we've got, well, Undertaker, who is cheered and beloved, therefore he takes on that role, but you've got whole lot of others, Batista and others like that, Morrison and the rest. Although Dolph is a very good. It's almost like the negative image of John Morrison is Dolph Ziggler. Very, very similar, these two fellows. But speaking of Dolph, let's talk about Dolph for a second. My Dawson's Creek analogy, still going strong. Dolph's Creek, I call it. So my only problem there is Maria going bad? Dolph seems so nice when he's backstage. Michelle McCool. Hey, Maria. No. Hey, Dolph. You don't need a little girl like Maria. You need a real woman like me. Most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard on TV. And if you have a voice like that, I mean, God bless you, Michelle. You can't help the way you talk, but people, she can't be saying dumb things. She already sounds dumb. So that's not very nice, actually. Time is running short, and I think I'm going to be kind of glad when they're out of Canada again. Not that I hate Canadians, because I love Canadians. You can check my track record. I've supported the Canadians. Oh. But the Canadians cheer for the wrong people. I mean, come on. The Canadians, I realize, they don't care for John Cena that much. Which, by the way, how can you be such a backer of Batista as the crowds? They loved Batista. They're kind of lukewarm on Cena. Why? Are they not nearly the same creature? I would choose Cena over Batista if I had to, because in fact I'm actually coming around with Cena. The Cena hatred, I think, in my heart, has fizzled and died. Why? Because when he kind of stepped back from the spotlight, when he was no longer the constant winner, I think that helped things a lot. Now, oh yeah. Yeah, and Canadians, really, even though they are yours, the Hart Dynasty, no, stop it. Stop it. If you cheer for them, you are enabling them. In the same way, okay, never mind. But that's about it for now. Check our channel frequently or from time to time and see if Chris chimes in. I certainly hope he does again. And until next time, and I will try to be more frequent with these, but I just keep putting it off, and then once it's time for me to make a video, everything has already become dated. Anyway, I've got to go, and we'll see you very soon. Adios.